Easy community and hello Symfony community. This is Sébastien Morel, and first I hope you are all safe at home. We're living in crazy times. I don't know what to say, but we need to move on. And I'm bringing you some good news. I'm really excited about it. So I did this kind of quick video to show you what it is. In fact, I want to share my unpacking experience of ezplatform 3 and to share with you, if you are an ezplatform developer or just a Symfony developer, how simple it is to create a bundle to improve this ezplatform 3. So it's gonna take a little time, like 1 minute or 2, to install ezplatform 3 and master. So I'm gonna run the command. So why am I so excited about ezplatform 3? So the Easy System released the version beta 6 last week. It's because ezplatform 3 is based on top of Symfony 5. So basically they've decided to skip Symfony 4. So we moved from ezplatform 2.x based on Symfony 3.4 directly to 3.x based on Symfony 5. And this is huge. This is going to bring a lot of new capabilities, a lot of new possibilities. For instance, we are going to be able to bring some asynchronous stuff using Symfony Messenger, using buses and queue inside ezplatform. To me, this is great. We're going to have the new mailer available, the new HTTP client to get crazy performance when we need to. So I feel like this version brings the best of both worlds. ezplatform is a very, very powerful CMS, I would say CMF, content management framework, and Symfony is obviously the best PHP framework. So both together, and on the last version, I feel like ezplatform is going to be very great, and it's going to be very comfortable for us to work on this new version, which is at the end just a Symfony application. So the installation is almost finished. Now the folder should be available in my PHP store. Let's just have a look at the directory structure. It's not available yet. That's what. Oh yes, it is. So if you are an Easy developer, it's going to change a little bit. If you are a Symfony developer, it's business as usual, because between Symfony 4 and 5, nothing changed that much. But for the ezplatform developer, you're going to see some new stuff. So that platform, it's for ezplatform Cloud, or Symfony Cloud, or Platform SH, same architecture. The asset folder, where you're going to have your CSS and your JavaScript. ezplatform is using Symfony Encore, which is using Webpack. So we are perfect on this. We can use Webpack. The bin folder, as usual, you've got the console, of course, because CMS is installed with more packages than Symfony by default. Obviously, you get some other binary like Doctrine, etc. The config folder, which is exactly as what you could expect when you are a Symfony 4/5 developer. And what you can see is Easy System, they did a very good work to split this configuration. Before in ezplatform 2, the configuration was kind of all together. Now, because at the end, the ezplatform, it's just many different bundles that provide the CMS features. They split the configuration in many files, and that fits perfectly with what Symfony 5 is. So you got configuration file for each bundle provided by ezplatform, and that's great because it's clear. So that's a very good point. So the routing is also split, so everything is as you should expect when you are a Symfony developer. So for the ezplatform developer, yes, okay, the configuration file is going to look a little bit different for you, but nothing crazy here. It's going to be simple to read. So ezplatform provides this doc folder by default, where you get default configuration for nginx, Docker, and etc. The feature folder, if you want to write behind feature on your project, this is where you will put it. The node modules, Nothing to say here. It's the same as vendor, but for JavaScript stuff. The public folder is also what you can expect. So it's not /web anymore. If you are an easy developer, it's public, and you get the index.php. So for Symfony developer, as you can see, the index.php is a bit different than what you can get when you do just from scratch Symfony. You have a bit more configuration, and the main one is the HTTP cache configuration. Again, ezplatform is not just a from scratch Symfony, so you get some stuff by default you can enable, and the Symfony HTTP cache is one of them. So you just have to enable this variable, and if you do that, so the index.php is ready to enable the cache kernel of Symfony, where when you do Symfony by default from scratch, you don't have that configuration by default. So this is kind of cool. We can enable HTTP cache, even if I really recommend to use Varnish or Fastly. If you want to, you can use the HTTP cache built in Symfony. So the source directory, empty by default. This is exactly the same as what you could get using Symfony. I just talked about it. The cache kernel is obviously here if you want to be able to use it. And we have the kernel, which is almost the same, if not exactly the same as Symfony 5. Then we have the template folder. So as a reminder, but we all know about it now, we are not talking about bundle when we are doing a project. So you are building an application or a project, you put the template inside template. There is no reason to create bundle inside your own project. It's great to create bundle if you want to share them, we'll see that after in the video, but to create your own application, there is no reason to create bundle, not reusable. The test folder to put your React test, context, or your PHP unit test, etc. Translation folder, the var, storage, cache, log, etc. This is here. A specificity of easy, I guess, we have a var encore with some auto-generated configuration, so kind of cache. The vendor, obviously, and then many other configuration file. So this is a Webpack specific configuration file for ezplatform, and that's pretty much it. Of course, we have the Symfony log because it is using Symfony Flex. The Webpack config is exactly the same as what you could expect as a Symfony developer. And yeah, big news for Easy developer, we've got the .env. So here I think it's a little bit, I would not say messy, but it's all together. So we have the test variable, the hosting related variable, and the application related variable. So that might be awesome if we could split that. So we know we need to have a .env for the application, .env for the host, and .env for, I don't know, something else. I don't know, this is just my opinion, but I feel like it's too much information on this .env. But still, this is great. You can set up and configure your application, all the ezplatform application, just with environment variable. This is a huge improvement on ezplatform, and that's great. And we're going to use it because this is the next step to see if the installation works. So other than that, yeah, we have the package.json, of course, for the JavaScript. What else? No, that's it. I mean, that's it for the unpacking. So now let's finish the installation. So everything went through. Obviously, what do we need? We need a database, right? So I'm gonna use Docker to bootstrap a container, which is going to be my database. That's it. And then I'm gonna edit my env file to provide the correct configuration. Here I could create an env.local, by the way, if I want just to override locally those variables. I'm not going to do it because it's faster this way for the video. But, so database name is platform, host is and preferred my file. So that's it. Now the last command, you need to run it inside the application. Okay, so it's composer ezplatform -install. When you do that, the system is going to install the table and run the command that needs to be run. When we have that, we need to run the web server, and which is going to be the Symfony binary. And we can do local server start, and we want to detach it, get the shell back. Yes, of course, I did the test before, so I'm going to stop this and start it again. Okay, so when I click, boom, I have this ezplatform running, is 5.5, PHP 7.3. If I go to the admin, I can see my admin interface. So I didn't dive that much into the new stuff about ezplatform 3, but I know there is a webinar coming up. I don't exactly remember when. But anyway, I very briefly tried it. Oops. Okay, I tried it quickly. You know, if I want to create content, they improve the interface with small stuff, but very cool stuff. So you know, this little tooltip. I mean, it feels even better than before. So you see, I can create content. I mean, I'm not going to describe the admin here. There is plenty of webinar and documentation. So that was it for the install. So you can see it's kind of easy. So the second part was, okay, now we have Symfony 5, we have ezplatform, which is a bunch of bundles that provide CMS features. Now what if I want to use that power, use that Symfony 5 power and CMS power to improve the interface, to create a bundle that we can install on top of ezplatform? So I prepared a very simple example of what could be a bundle. So first, to understand a little bit what's going on, what's going to happen, it's when you create a bundle, you need a place where you're going to install / test this bundle. So basically, most of the time you have your files, and then you need to install them in a running application, Symfony or ezplatform. So some people are doing, sometimes, you know, they have two projects, one for the running application, one for the bundle, and they are doing symlink. I have another way. I'm going to show you this other way. So first, I'm going to just copy and paste and show you what I prepare. So I'm going to put my bundle inside the same root directory here, just beside ezplatform, or another, could be another name here. Anyway, this is a running ezplatform application. So I have my bundle, my test, and okay, I miss the composer, the JSON of my bundle. Of course, message, please. Oh, PHP Storm. Okay. Okay. Okay, I didn't finish. So, okay, that's it. Let's continue. So, my bundle, what it is, it's a custom page controller. So, it's basically just a bundle which is going to add a new tabs in the admin and just an hello world to, you know, for you to create a specific page in the admin. So, it's just to show you how easy it is to create a bundle on top of ezplatform. So basically, one controller, one route, one template, one service configuration to create the listener that is going to be in charge to add the new item in the menu. That's it. And the routing to create this control, to give access to this controller action. And of course, the dependency injection. So basically, the way to load this service.yaml, and that's it. The configuration is doing nothing. Then I have test folder with 3 files that's supposed to be here, but somehow my copy and paste did not work. So I'm gonna redo it live with you. I hope I'm not going to break anything. Okay. So now we need to install this bundle inside ezplatform. Okay, Thing is, if we do that manually, it's going to be a pain because you need to do 4 things. First, you need to tweak Composer for Composer to read the file inside your bundle, which is outside of this directory. So you need to go in composer.json and change the autoload. First things to do. Second, you need to inject this bundle into the Symfony configuration. So here, you need to do that. Second step. Third step, you need to inject the configuration. And last step, you need to inject the route. So you can definitely do that manually. The thing is, I provided a way to do that automatically with this little tool, so which is just a script. And if you respect the convention, the system is going to do everything yourself, for yourself. So let's do it. So my copy paste kind of didn't work. So in my folder here, I need 3 files. So the first one, it's supposed to be bundle.yaml, where I'm going to list the bundle that I want to inject in my configuration. Config.yaml, it's just to provide the default configuration of my bundle, and route.yaml, it's just to provide the route of my bundle. So I need to do that. So in bundle, I just need to provide the FQDN of my bundle. So here is bundle and bundle. Okay. So this is the only bundle that my bundle should enable. Configs, it's pretty much nothing. So it's custom admin page, like the name of my bundle. And route, I need to inject the route that I have in my bundle. I did that before. Wait a minute. Oh, I can do that. Okay. So this is pretty simple. Okay. So this is 3 files, 3 some kind of convention here. My composer.json here is also not complete. So I'm going to do that quickly because you'll see that it is important. The description, hello, we don't care. And here I'm missing the autoload, right? I need some autoload for my bundle. Okay, so I'm going to do those autoload. I'm going to copy paste from another bundle. What I want to tell Composer here is to say, okay, this namespace is inside this folder. Okay, that makes sense, right? That's it. If you follow this convention, then you can use this little script that I showed you here, the Symfony bundle app wrapper. So basically, once you have respected this convention, you just have to run 2 or 3 command line to auto install the bundle on top of a running application. So let's do that together. Yeah. So I hope it's going to work. So first command to run is to download this this file, just temporarily. We're going to remove it afterward. So I do that. I download the script, then I run the script. So to run the script, you need to provide the running application folder and the root directory of your bundle. If you do that, boom, that's done. So what happened here? In fact, if you look at your running application now and you go to config bundle, you can see you have a new line here. So your bundle has been injected into the running application. We can also see that you have the configuration that has been injected here, and the route has been injected as well in here. Okay, and last stuff, remember 4 steps, we should have in the composer.json, so it has been tricked. So in fact, this composer.json, the one from my bundle, has been combined with the one of my application. So ezplatform knows about my bundle now. So this is simple, this is quick, this is a quick script, a bit so you need to and then you can just remove this little script, and that's it. You just need to tell composer to reload itself, kind of, to update the log file, And once you've done that, you are ready to develop your bundle and to do whatever you want to do with this bundle. So let's wait for this command to finish, and we should be able to reload, and we will see a new item in the menu and a new custom page in the admin. Of course, you can do many things. This is very simple to just add an item in the menu. You can create a custom type, you can create new endpoint for the API, you can create field type, you can create new tabs in the interface. You can do many things. So at Novactive, we have many bundles on which you can take example. I'm going to show you that quickly after that. So now if I reload, boom, everything worked. That's great. So I have my custom page and my hello world page, and that's it. So now I can, the world is open, the limit is the sky. So you can do whatever you do. So if you want real life example, we have many example on the GitHub, the Novactive GitHub here. So novactive.io. You have many examples of this, especially with Nova Easy SEO bundle, which is configured exactly the same way. So if I go there and I look here, I have exactly the same structure with my bundle here and the test provisioning with those 3 files, which are injecting the bundle, providing a default configuration, and providing the route. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoy this, that you learned some stuff. Let me know. I'm on Slack. And yeah, so there is no reason to avoid doing a bundle if you have an idea on how to provide new stuff and enhancements on top of ezplatform. Thank you. Bye bye.